Hello there. Let's talk about Christmas in Ecuador and all the fun things that we can do. So I've put together an itinerary and I'm going to share that with you, but you will see it here and that way we can go through it together. So this particular trip is a private tour for a family of five. Private meaning when we're on the mainland of Ecuador, we have our own driver, we have our own private English speaking guide, and everything is arranged around your family to make sure we see the highlights. And then when we fly to the Galapagos, same concept. We will have our private driver to and from the hotel. We will have a private guide for some of the excursions. And then when we're on a yacht, we're obviously going to join other people who are on that yacht, but I will go through it here with you so you can see it. So December 27th, you're going to arrive in Quito, Ecuador, or your international flight. We will pick you up from the airport, assist you with your luggage, and take you to downtown Quito. So there's a lot of hotels in Quito. This area is spread between the old colonial part and the more modern part. So there are hotels throughout. This particular hotel is called Go Quito. It is a five-star hotel in the modern part of town. And the reason I chose it is because they have really large triple rooms, which will be very comfortable for the three kids to share. But also a five-star hotel here is the same price as a four-star hotel would be in the old town. But if you want to be in the old colonial town, I have some options for you like Patio Andaluz or Casona de la Ronda. So there are some options that we can switch to if we want a more traditional hotel. I'm here to help. I've inspected probably 100 hotels in Ecuador in all my visits. So once you arrive, you're going to go to the hotel and rest because most of the flights arrive in the evening. And then we're going to spend 3 whole days in Ecuador, in the mainland of Ecuador, in Quito, exploring the sites. And then before we go to the Galapagos, the reason I did that is because Galapagos is such an expensive destination and you have a budget that we're trying to stick to, I included 4 nights in the Galapagos, which you will see it's quite packed, but this will allow you 4 full days to really get into the culture. So that first day, we're going to see the highlights of Quito, private guide, take you all the highlights, do a chocolate experience, have a beautiful lunch, go to the equator line, do some fun experiments with the kids, and of course, the highlights like in the main square, the cathedral, and things like that. And then go back to the hotel and rest, and you can go to dinner on your own or be at the hotel for dinner. December 29th, we're going to head south down the Avenue of the Volcano. This is, you pass villages and markets and then get to this national park, which is massive. And there's little haciendas all throughout, which are like local working ranches. We can horseback ride here. We can go to the lagoon. We can hike on the lava. We'll have a big traditional lunch before going back to Quito. This will totally take you out of the city and show you like a glimpse of life in the Andes. It's really fantastic. And yes, you will wear ponchos like this when you're horseback riding. And then on our last day, we will head north to Otavalo. And Otavalo is the largest indigenous market in South America, not just Ecuador. And here you will see not only a lot of tribes coming together to haggle with each other to sell their beautiful art and textiles, but we will also go into a little community where we will learn how to make a local recipe and have lunch together. And you're going to get hands-on and you'll run around in the garden picking all the herbs we need. And it's a really great family experience. Sometimes families get really overwhelmed at markets. So this is a nice break. This is a combination of going somewhere where it's really lively and bustling, but also getting a face-to-face experience with an indigenous community, which I think for kids is fantastic. I have 2 daughters and I take them all over South America, and it's always such a beautiful experience. So now we're ready to go to the Galapagos. We're going to, on December 31st, take you to the airport, fly you to the islands, include your entry tickets, include your ID cards, and then our private guide will pick you up. We'll go on a ferry across to Santa Cruz Island and then drive through the highlands to your hotel, which is in the village. Now, through the highlands means we can tour the highlands, see the giant tortoises, have a nice lunch there at the plantation, and then arrive in the village and go to your hotel. I chose the Icala Hotel, solid four-star property, smack in the middle of the town. It has availability, so that's huge over the holidays. And I have two rooms for you, one double, one triple. It has a pool. You can walk everywhere. It has a rooftop restaurant. So it's a really nice base to enjoy the hotel, enjoy the location, but go out on excursions every day. And that is what you will do. So on arrival, you have your tortoise excursion. The following day, Happy New Year. It's January 1st. We're going to take a yacht. It's a 16-person yacht. So there will be other people on board, 11 people on other people on board. And you will go to one of the islands such as Bartholomew. These are unoccupied. These are islands where there's no village or nothing solid there. You're going there for the wildlife colonies. You're going there to snorkel. You're going to the beach, things like that. Every tour will allow you to get in the water, but as well as go on a hike. And then lunch will be on board on the yacht. And then you will come home back to Icala Hotel probably by 5 o'clock that afternoon. So it's a full day adventure just to allow you to see more islands besides Santa Cruz. Because we are not doing a traditional cruise which travels every day and visits different islands, this is a great way to have a hub, a hotel in one place, but do daily excursions. So then the following day, we're going to stay on Santa Cruz because I don't want you going to the port every day. It's exhausting. We're going to visit Tortuga Bay and Academy Bay. We're going to kayak. We're going to snorkel. We're going to hike with our private guide at your pace. You're going to go to a beautiful beach that looks like this. The iguanas are there, sea lions, and all sorts of activity from marine turtles and bird life. So you will have a really fun tour without traveling too much around. That way, in the evening, you can come back, you can walk around the town, have pizza, or, be very casual because the village is right outside of your door. And then the following day, we're going to get back on our yacht for the day and visit other islands. So there's North Seymour, there's Plazas, and Santa Fe. All of these islands are within a day of Santa Cruz, which will allow you to explore them. Again, we will hike and we will get in the water. So there's plenty of opportunity for adventure. And then, of course, lunch will be on the yacht again, and then return to your hotel in the evening. So you, at this point, you're arriving on Baltra, you're visiting Santa Cruz from different perspectives. You're going to go to possibly Bartholomew on one day, possibly Santa Cruz, Santa Fe on another day. So we're doing at least 4 islands in your 4-night itinerary, which I love because you can really fit a lot, and it still will feel leisurely because there'll be time to lounge on the boat. There'll be time to sunbathe, but you will be able to tour as much as you want. And then on our last day, day 10, we're going to take you back to that airport on Baltra Island and fly you to Quito or to Guayaquil and fly home. So that is what the trip looks like for you. I'm sending all the details your way. I would love to hear your questions and your feedback. And thank you so much for listening. Happy travels.